Morning guys, so Jason from JVA Carp Adventures, and you join me on another Friday, not after work o'clock. So I've taken the Friday off to be with Connor for a 48-hour session at Farlows. So for now, let's just roll that intro. Alright guys, so as I said, we're at Farlows this week, me and Connor. First time we've been out since Hunt's Corner when we did swims 9 and 10. Connor caught and I blanked my butt off, that's how I'm going to put it. So we did bucket a couple of swims, had a look at both. I was keen on this swim, the other we didn't quite make swim 4 unfortunately, so we would have been in 2 separate swims. So we're going to go for this swim for now. We obviously set up our bivvies, then went around and got some maggots and a few supplies from Angling Direct, and now we're back. I'm not set up or anything like that guys, but I'm going to show you the water quickly and then give you a bit more of an introduction later. I will also say on this session I am also going to be doing a full review of StealthCam's UK winch cam system called the Fusion, so look out for that one as well please guys. Alright guys, so just quickly show you the water in front of us before getting the rest of my gear out of the van and getting myself set up. When we got here it was dark and I'll be honest, we couldn't see any fish wherever we went, if I'm honest guys. Every time you thought, oh yeah, it's a fish, it was a coot or a duck or whatever, so we've just opted for these swims. We want to be together, it's our first social in quite a while, so fingers crossed we can either get on them or they will get on us. Catch up with you in a while guys. Alright guys, there you go, that is StealthCam UK, the Fusion winch cam and front cam, as you can see there, all on the old ND bait boat. Now let's get it out, find some spots, save them on the ND app and get some rods out. Alright guys, well as I mentioned earlier, I'm also doing a review on StealthCam UK Fusion, which is a winch cam. So I've had it out guys, I'm going to show you a tiny little bit of footage here because most of it's going to be in the review, but
there is pure carp over Jason's spot. He was just about to drop his rig. We've counted 7 different carp, and that's just what we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 7th there. There's an 8th there.
Listen, they're going to come back. If we spook them, we'll know. Let's watch this reaction, Connor. See what happens when I drop the rig.
So dropping the rig now.
Oh my god, you just saw that, didn't you?
They didn't even move. Oh my god. Wait, stop.
Yeah, they moved, but they will come back to that. Oh no, he ain't. Oh my god, we might get a take on camera. He ain't going. Dude. Having seen these fish go under the camera was an absolute revelation guys, I've got to be honest. Right, so before I start getting the rigs out, I thought I'd show you them. I'm going to go with sticky krill wafter today, topped with maggots, and I'm going to give that £45 hook bait a try again. I will also be putting out probably corn at some point, pop-up corn with some maggots on top. As you'll probably notice, I'm doing my normal slip D along with a very short hook link guys, so giving them a try this week. I've got to be honest, super keen to get the rods out, very happy with the spots I found. Let's see if we can get some fish on the bank. Alright guys, just thought I'd give you a bit of a Friday afternoon update. So it is the afternoon, like I said, it's gone 1 o'clock. Finally got the rods out, started getting the bivvy together. But I just wanted to tell you one of the reasons why it's taken me so long. So this week I'm also doing a review of StealthCam UK Fusion, which is a winch cam. So I put one rod out on a solid bag just to have one rod in the water while I started investigating with the bait boat, using the deeper to find those clear spots, or the harder spots I should say, and then lowering the camera down to have a little goosey gander. Well, one of the spots, straight away there were fish literally straight under the camera, guys. It is crazy. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage there now.
There is pure carp over Jason's spot. He was just about to drop his rig. We've counted 7 different carp, and that's just what we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 7th there. There's an 8th there.
Listen, they're going to come back. If we spook them, we'll know. Let's watch this reaction, Connor. See what happens when I drop the rig.
So dropping the rig now.
Oh my God, you just saw that, didn't you?
They didn't even move. Oh my God. Wait, stop.
Yeah, they moved. But they will come back to that. Oh no, he ain't. Fucking, oh my God. We might get a take on camera. They ain't going. Dude. Alright guys, as you can see there's absolutely amazing footage there, so be sure to check out the full review of StealthCam UK Fusion winch cam, guys. I tell you, it's going to be a real special one and really good to watch. So, found all the spots, saved them all on the ND bait boat app, started putting rigs together with maggots on. Let me show you them now if I haven't already, and then went to put them out. So went over to spot number 1, spot A, thought okay, tell you what, let me have a quick little look, make sure I'm in the right area, you know, GPS can move and all that sort of thing. So we load the camera down, lo and behold, there's only about 4 or 5 fish right on that spot. So me and Connor in two minds, do we drop the rig, don't we drop the rig, are we going to scare them? Well, we decided to record it, and it didn't really spook them. The bait boat didn't spook them, the camera didn't spook them, the stuff dropping down didn't spook them, but when I went to move my line, that did spook them and they moved off then. So some real good, interesting information by using the winch cam, guys, I've got to be honest. So it's been quite a bit of an exciting session so far for me. I definitely know I'm on fish. Connor seems to be keep getting done by the coots at the minute, I think. But again, we did put the camera over in his area and he has got a good couple clear spots now, so he's been really happy with that. He done an amazing cast earlier, literally about 2 inches off of the island, not clipped up, just literally straight cast, 2 inches from the island. Me, yeah, I would have been in the island for sure, wouldn't I, guys? Alright, look, I'm going to finish a little bit more setting up, but I am mostly there, relax a little bit, wait for Connor to send me over this footage, because he recorded it on his phone, and then probably spend the rest of the afternoon just looking at that, waiting for the alarms to go off. I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, when you put this winch cam out and you see there are fish on your spot physically where you're dropping that bait, I tell you, my confidence level's up here at the minute. If I don't catch, I'm going to be so gutted, but fingers crossed, praying to those carp gods, both of us can get into some fish this weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Evening, guys, so just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. 5:30 on Friday and no fish to report so far, but I will be honest, guys, I've spent a lot of the day just playing around with the Fusion winch cam by StealthCam UK. I've seen some absolutely amazing footage today, guys, I've got to be honest, and it's left me absolutely buzzing and also very confident for fish tonight. So did find some spots earlier on in the day, put some rigs out where I had seen actual fish underneath the camera 100%. Nothing went off by early evening, so decided to redo them. Went back out, sure enough, same spot, 3 fish already sitting just about where I'm going. Sorry guys, just about where I'm going to put the rig on. So super confident for tonight, guys. Also in mid-water to my right, an actual unit boshed out twice. So I saw it, then it full jumped out of the water. I'm like, happy days. So I've put a solid bag over there with a little bit of spod mix as well. So I've got to be honest guys, I am super confident. Connor's ended up putting 2 on a spot. We went and had a look on the cam, and I tell you, they're literally like within about a foot of each other. He's really got them bang on the spot, totally. So great angling by him. So yeah, I really think both of us, fingers crossed, should be able to get a fish tonight guys. So stay tuned. Hopefully if I get one through the night, you'll obviously see an update in the morning. Thanks for watching guys. Good things to come on the channel. Morning all. So coming up to 7 o'clock Saturday morning, and believe it or not, and actually I don't believe it, no fish for me during the night. Now as you would have seen from some of that footage yesterday, I was definitely on fish, like 100% on fish. Now obviously I've been thinking about why it has or hasn't gone. I'm thinking maybe my leads, I have got fairly heavy leads on, so they could be plumbing in a bit. Doesn't look that way, but it could be because it's obviously where I've got 2 of the rods, or actually all of the rods, we're talking 10-11 foot of water, so that lead's gathering up a bit of speed. So I think before I bring the rods in today, I may just go back over the spots with the camera, have a look, see what's happening. Sorry guys, I'll make it a bit more square. See what's happening. But yeah, I'm thoroughly, really surprised nothing's gone off last night. I think Connor had a bit of an occurrence, so he got up and redid one of his rods. But no fish on the bank. Light is just starting to come up now, so I may wait till light is up and then just put the camera over and have a look at the spots. See if the main thing is with the camera, you can have a look, see if your food's gone or not. If the food's gone, then I've probably been done. I have got faith in the rigs and all that are out there to slip these, you know, I catch everywhere else on them, so no interchange. But I was thinking 2 things today. I may move to smaller leads, so it doesn't plumb in as much. Like I said, it's dropping from the bait boat, and when we've seen it on camera, it goes down pretty quick, especially compared to the bait. So that might be an idea. But I also may switch to pop-ups today. I may put pop-ups out topped with maggots. I think that might be what the call for today is, or even maybe a double pop-up corn topped with maggots, something like that. So I'm going to stay watching the water guys, pray that something's going to go off before 10 o'clock. I don't really want to remove the rods before then. Obviously I'm new to Farlows, this is only my 2nd visit. I don't really know when the bite time is guys, I've got to be honest, but you know, for most places I'd say up to 10 o'clock I like to leave my rods in. Some people will be totally different. The minute they got daylight they'll refresh the rods because they haven't had a bite during the night, and I get that, and I've done it on occasion, but generally I like to leave them. So I am definitely leaving them till about 10 o'clock guys, and fingers crossed, pray to those carp gods that I can get into a fish on this trip. I will say, using the Fusion winch cam from StealthCam UK has been an absolute revelation, is probably the best word for it guys. I mean, my first trip out into clear water using it, and I've actually seen and recorded carp. I mean, that's ridiculous. I know Steve from StealthCam was very pleased with the footage, and I believe he's put it up on his website. I mean, I was just like a kid at Christmas yesterday guys, I've got to be honest. Was not expecting to capture that on my first time. I wasn't expecting it to capture it full stop, to be fair. And it answers a lot of those questions guys. You know, it answers, does the bait boat put them off? No, 1,000,000% not. I was directly above them. I dropped a camera probably about 1 foot from their heads, probably not even that, because the camera was 2 foot off the bottom and they were underneath the camera, so I'm probably less than a foot away from them, and that did not bother them. The only time they did move off guys, and I'll let you know because it's all on camera, when I dropped the rig and the lead come down, they moved off. But then by the time The bait takes a bit longer to come down as well. It's quite interesting to see the time difference between that and when the bait comes down. And then literally by the time the bait's coming down, they all move back. So it momentarily spooked them, but they came straight back to their spot. And then the other interesting thing is, when I went back to that spot in the evening, so I refreshed the rods for the evening, exact same spot, 3 fish there again. So particularly winter time, I'm guessing, fish do hold up in the exact same spots. So if you can find them, stick with it. I'm going to be sticking with that spot. May even get 2 rods over there today and stick with that. The only thing is, in the mid-water, we did see an absolute unit bosh out yesterday, so I did want to have one there. So yeah, interesting stuff, guys. Really, really interesting. Should make really good viewing, and I'm over the moon with it, I've got to be honest, guys. It's been a really good visit. Obviously it's good to be with Connor, and he captured some really good stuff with his mobile phone off the screen yesterday for me, so that was cool. Alright guys, I think I'm going to have some breakfast, have some grub, watch the water, and see if anything else gives itself away. Thanks for watching, guys. Morning guys. So unfortunately so far the update from Farlows is I have not had any fish despite being on top of them yesterday. But it's a lovely morning here, a little bit chilly but very nice, and I need breakfast. So what do you reckon? Look good for breakfast? I tell you what, I can't wait to get into that. Right, so whilst I'm waiting for either the rods to go off or 10 o'clock to come, I thought I'd pop back to the van, grab a couple things and make myself a couple new rigs for today, guys. I have normally stick with my slip D, but I think under these conditions and all the rest, I think a stiff hinge is going to work well, and I happen to have some Corda chod rigs in my thing, which are barbed, and it's a barbed or micro barbed rule here. So I'd grabbed some old Tracker Fluoro link and crimps and just made up some stiff hinge rigs, guys. Also, I should also say they've also got the tungsten anti-tangle sleeves, so just show you them. Crimps at one end, guys, and because it's Tracker 25 pound, you can do a figure of 8 at the other, so nothing special about that. But those are the components. So you've got the Corda chod rig barbed in size 6 choddy, crimps are in the middle, and then the Tracker Fluoro link, and I'm going to be pairing them with these Essential Cell pop-ups, pink and white. So when the time is right, they'll be going out today, guys. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got my tablet, which is for my deeper, along with the hub, which is here, which if I put that in, you'll also see I've actually got a holder on either side for both remotes. There's the actual screen, and if I lower it, so we should be able to see what it's like, guys. Obviously I'm over weed at the minute, and if you look down there it will tell you the depth, as well as 9 degrees the water at the minute, guys. It's pretty cold. So I'll just pull that back up, and all that is, guys, on the remote up, it's going to bring the camera up, as you can see, until it comes all the way back into the boat. There you go. And down is obviously going to put it down. Afternoon, guys, so just thought I'd give you a bit of an update before we go into the evening. It's about 3 o'clock. I'm going to be redoing the rods probably within the next hour, to be fair, because it's not long after 4 o'clock, it gets into dark o'clock here, and I'd rather have the rods set up for the evening by then. So it's been a little bit frustrating, this trip, guys, I've got to be honest. Obviously with the StealthCam winch cam called Fusion, I've been able to see that I have got fish on one of my spots, or possibly 2, and I've not been able to put a fish on the bank. So I've been trying various things, and you have various people come around, some giving you the same advice, some giving you different advice. The one that's been the same is really whatever you're doing, top it with maggots. So two of the things, I have done that already. Yesterday 2 had maggots on and nothing. Today 2 will have maggots on, we'll see. I'm also just going to do double pop-up corn in a solid PVA bag without any bait. We've also had people say, oh, I put loads of bait in at this time of year and I always catch. And other people say you should be putting a solid bag in and nothing else. So obviously I don't know Farlows too well, guys. This is only my second time here, so it's really confusing as to know what to do. So I think what I'm kind of going to stick with is I'll have one rod on some bait, one on a solid bag only, and one just on a single hook bait with topped with maggots. I think that's probably the best I can do, guys. I will probably end up putting, since I've got maggots and I want to obviously get rid of them before tomorrow, I'll probably end up putting maggots out with all of them. So at least there are maggots in the area, maybe, I don't know. So, it has been challenging, I've got to be honest. Obviously, I'm also doing a review of the Fusion winch cam, and that is going well, to be fair. You know, the footage for that is amazing, really, really amazing. Note to self, you know, remember to charge everything after the first night because it will need it. Went to use it again today and just needed to charge the controller, but I will say on that front it does charge the controller up really quickly, so that doesn't take much, but you've got to keep the monitor topped up. And the battery, you'll get a fair bit of usage out of the battery. That, obviously I've got a 7 amp battery which does give you a good bit of usage, so that's pretty good, to be fair. Alright guys, well, I'm sort of getting stuff ready for tonight. I will probably try and show you on the map if I remember to do it on my phone, so that I can show you the spots at least. If not, I'll pull the camera out before it gets dark and show you where I'm going to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and fingers crossed I can get a fish on the bank. I've only been here twice, but I haven't caught yet, so really could do with getting a carp on the bank. Right, so it is Saturday 5:30 and I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. It just goes from light to dark here really quick, so didn't get a chance to film outside to show you the rods going out, but I can show you on the maps here that I've gone to spots A, B and C. Spot A is something new where I heard a fish earlier, put the winch cam out, so the Fusion out, and there was quite a lot of trodden crap over that area if I'm honest, but in between that there were actually a couple very clear spots. So I've put a solid PVA bag over there, guys, just trying with double pop-up corn in. So I was trying to remember what it was. So double pop-up corn on that one, so that's spot A. Spot B is a pink pop-up topped with maggots and a load of maggots, and also some spod mix because my door wasn't opening, so I went over with just the intention of putting the rig out and not much else, and the door wouldn't open. So the ND2 doors are known for being a problem. I have shaved it a couple of times, lubed it, all that sort of thing. It works sometimes but not always all the time, and typically when I'm trying to get them out in the dark it didn't want to work. So I can tell you I will be buying those modified doors just to eliminate that because it's a right headache. Right, forget my moan, sorry, my bad. So, middle one, spot B is pink pop-up topped with maggots. And the last one, I think, try and look what I've got here, is a yellow pop-up topped with maggots. And again, that got spod mix over it because, like I said, the door wasn't opening. So I didn't want to put any more spod mix out, but the weight of the spod mix was the only thing that was going to get that door opening when I'm out at distance. So yeah, it's been a bit of one of those evenings when things don't go quite right, if I'm honest, guys. We've got a little bit of rain coming in shortly. Maybe that will do something to get them moving about and burn off some energy and need to eat some food. Fingers crossed. Obviously, I have seen a few fish, I have been on the fish, unfortunately it doesn't look like they're biting, guys, if I'm honest. As far as I know, up till now there's only been one fish out. That was swim 5 yesterday. So I mean, there's a lot of pegs on this lake. It's not full, by the way, and probably because it hasn't been doing a lot of bites lately. And me and Connor came knowing it hasn't been doing a lot of bites, but I needed to do the review for the Fusion, and this is the best place with the most gin clear water that, you know, thought it would be good to have a look at it, and it's been fantastic for that. But now we need to try and get a fish under our belts. So fingers crossed for tonight, guys, that hopefully between now and when I leave in the morning, me or Connor can bring you a fish. Thanks for watching, guys, appreciate it. Morning, Noel. So 6 o'clock Sunday morning, and I have actually got a bit of an update for you. So yesterday, using the Fusion, which is the winch cam by StealthCam UK, after hearing a fish, I investigated the area with the winch cam, found it as a really choddy area, not somewhere you'd want to present, until I found a little clear spot in between that chod, which had obviously been polished off all the time. So I put a solid PVA bag over there with just double pop-up corn, nothing else, no other bait, just a small solid bag. And 9:30, I had this beautiful 18-pound 10 common. So let's show you that. Hi guys, so 9:30 Saturday evening, and I've just had my first ever Farlows carp. Now, I will say off the bat, it probably is due to using the Fusion winch cam by StealthCam UK, as I heard a fish bosh this afternoon. I was able to investigate with the camera and clearly see a clear spot in amongst chod that allowed me to present a solid bag there. And luckily it's graced me with an 18-pound 10 common. Let's get her up for you. Look at that. Absolute dark beauty, guys. This is what I wanted to come to Farlows for. Connor's had plenty here, I have not. Look at that little beauty. I'm going to get Connor to do me some pictures, guys, and then we're going to put her back. 18-pound 10, my first ever Farlows carp. Happy as punch, guys. Alright guys, so just releasing my first ever Farlows carp. It is a common of 18-pound 10. We will let her rest a bit because she's been battling me, as you see all the foam there. I don't think she's going to wait, if I'm honest. Look at that crystal clear water. And look at that beautiful carp go. Happy days. Thank you, Connor, for doing the filming. Right, so as you can see, my first ever Farlows carp, and comes with the help of the Fusion. Now, that's a spot you can't cast to because it's in front of you, but in front of an island, so you've got the whole side of the island. You're not going to be able to cast there, so you know, you would have needed to use the bait boat to get there. Obviously I've got the ND2, and finding that spot on the sonar, I don't think it's going to happen, if I'm honest. So that fish 100% due to me using the Fusion, and I'm really grateful for it. There is a full review on the channel, guys, so if you want to go look at that, feel free. Now, as you would have seen earlier in the video, my other two spots, I was definitely on fish. Now, I think having that one fish just on a solid PVA bag and nothing else has kind of told me why I haven't caught on the other rods. And it's because I've put bait over there. I came with a nice big bucket of spod mix if I needed, 2 different types of boilies, and I'll be honest, guys, it comes off the back of, I saw a video with a couple of guys in here 2 weeks ago, a guy fishing the same swim as me, using sweet corn and hemp, maggots, corn topped with maggots, and he had 3 fish out. So I was trying to replicate that, and I don't think it's worked. I mean,
the fish we've seen on the winch cam have literally been mulling about and not been putting their heads down at all. Now, whether my gut feeling is telling me that I started off with too much bait, and in the areas where the fish are, it's just put them off. You know, unless one of the rods goes off within the next hour or so whilst I'm packing up, then yeah, I use the wrong tactics. But I'll be honest, you know, talking to people here, there's lots of different conflicting information. We've got a guy that only does the winter ticket, if you like, so November to end of February, and he piles it in and he catches fish all the time. Other people saying you should put in a solid PVA bag or a single, nothing else. So, you know, I was a bit conflicted this time on what to do. And to be fair, I was kind of doing one spot on bait, one spot without bait, but it's clearly not worked for me, because I'll be honest, 2 of the rods have been out in places where we have physically seen carp, and to be fair, repeatedly seen carp. So go back to the spot in the evening and there's still carp there. So to not catch is a bit of a smack in the face, if I'm honest, guys. It's a bit frustrating, but that's fishing. You know, I moved, I heard a fish, I investigated the spot, I put just a solid PVA bag because I know, you know, the other 2 rods hadn't gone off, and that is what went off. And you know, that's fishing. You just got to find your way. I'm still learning every time I go out on the bank, guys. You know, I hope you don't watch my videos to get all the best advice and all, guys, because, you know, I don't know all the best things myself. I watch Carp Academy from Adam Penning. I watch loads of things on YouTube, the same as I suspect all you guys do. I'm always learning all the time on the bank, and this has been another learning lesson for me at Farlows. And I know if I come in the winter again, I will be doing minimalistic baiting, because I think it's what the baiting's what's cost me. I think if I'd probably put singles out when I first saw those fish and nothing else, small as well, topped with maggots. The most consistent advice I've had from Derek, who I was fortunate enough to fish here the first time I with, who's one of the bailiffs here. Met him again this time, gave me the same sort of good advice, so thank you, Derek. And yes, that was off one of the spots you did actually mention to me before I started the session, so cheers, Derek. Yeah, so I would basically say, you know, if I did come again, I would use smaller baits, topped with maggots, and that's it. Just put them out as singles, probably, guys, in the winter period, which is general winter fishing, to be fair. You don't pile bait out in winter normally. We have met a guy that does pile it in and has had loads of success. For him it's working, for me it really hasn't this session, if I'm honest, guys. I do feel for Connor, because he's been in this swim, so swim 33 as a double, and he's been on the left hand side of this double twice and blanked, and up to now he hasn't had anything. So what I did last night, or sort of 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, is where my right hand side is obviously my swim, but there's a willow tree there and there were fish there in the morning. So I said to Connor, I'll tell you what, if you know you haven't had anything by this evening, I'll move mine across. You have put a couple under the willow tree if you want. So that's what he did last night. So I really am hoping before we leave he manages to get one out, because there were definitely fish there. There's quite a lot of fish there actually. So fingers crossed, you know, Connor can get one before we leave. But sorry, I don't want to bore you guys to death. The main thing is, I've come to Farlows, my second visit, and actually managed to fish. Yes, I have used the bait boat and the winch cam to make it happen, but those are tools I'm fortunate enough to have at my disposal, so happy days. Well, it's about that time to pack up, so I'm going to call a close to this session. For me, it has been a successful one, so I'm really grateful for that one common at £18.10. And obviously this one I've also done the review of the Fusion winch cam by StealthCam UK. So if you've enjoyed this video, guys, please remember to hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to my channel, and I post every single week. If you've enjoyed the video, give it the old thumbs up, and if you want to be notified of future posts, like I said, I post every single week at 6:30. Hit that bell icon. Only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you in the next vlog.